The air crackled with tension. The atmosphere was electric, almost palpable as fans held their breath waiting for the next move. The stakes were high and everyone in the arena could feel it. The energy was contagious, spreading from the players on the court to the spectators in the stands. It was a night that promised to be unforgettable, for better or worse. The Unrivaled League match between the Team 1 and the Team 2 was reaching its climax. Both teams had fought tooth and nail to get to this point, and now it all came down to these final moments. The scoreboard was neck and neck, and every possession counted. The players were giving it their all, leaving everything on the court. All eyes were on Angel Reese, the league's darling, expected to lead her team to victory. But something was off. Reese, usually the epitome of grace under pressure, seemed distracted. Her focus wavered, and it was evident to everyone watching. The weight of expectations seemed to be bearing down on her, and it was starting to show. Reese's usually flawless performance was riddled with errors. She missed shots she would normally make with her eyes closed. Her movements were hesitant, almost as if she was second-guessing herself. The crowd, initially supportive, began to murmur in confusion and concern. Her shots missed their mark. Time and again, the ball would bounce off the rim or sail past the hoop. Each miss was met with a collective groan from the audience. It was as if an invisible force was working against her, preventing her from finding her rhythm. Her passes sailed out of bounds. Miscommunications with her teammates became frequent, leading to turnovers and lost opportunities. The frustration was evident on her face, and it was clear that she was struggling to regain her composure. Frustration etched across her face. Then the unthinkable happened. The coach, seeing the game slipping away, made a bold decision. The coach called for a substitution. Angel Reese benched. The crowd gasped. It was a shocking move, one that no one had anticipated. Reese, the star player, was being taken out of the game at a critical moment. The camera zoomed in on Reese's stunned expression. She looked as if the ground had been pulled out from under her. This was a player who was not used to sitting on the bench, especially not in a game of this magnitude. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. Reese had dreamed of leading her team to victory, of being the hero. Instead, she found herself on the sidelines, watching as her teammates continued the battle without her. In her place stepped Lexie Hull, a player known more for her work ethic than flashy plays. Hull was not the star, but she was reliable, a player who always gave her best, no matter the circumstances. But on this night, Hull became the hero, her determination shining brighter than ever before. She played with a fire and intensity that inspired her teammates and ignited the crowd. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement. Hull's performance was a testament to the power of perseverance and hard work. She seized the moment, turning the tide in her team's favor. The narrative surrounding Reese and Hull had shifted. Reese, once the undisputed star, now had to grapple with the reality of her fallibility. Hull, on the other hand, had stepped out of the shadows and into the spotlight. The game served as a stark reminder that talent alone isn't enough. It takes more than just skill to succeed at the highest levels. It requires resilience, mental toughness, and the ability to rise to the occasion when it matters most. Hard work, dedication, and the ability to deliver when it matters most are what truly define a champion. In the end, it was Hull's unwavering determination that led her team to victory, leaving an indelible mark on the game and a lesson for all who watched. From the opening whistle, it was clear that Angel Reese was having an off night. The anticipation in the air was palpable, with fans eagerly awaiting another stellar performance from the star player. However, as the game progressed, it became evident that this was not going to be one of those nights. Her usually reliable jump shot was off target, clanging off the rim time and time again. Each miss seemed to echo louder than the last, creating a rhythm of frustration that reverberated through the arena. The crowd, initially buzzing with excitement, began to murmur in concern. Passes that usually found their mark with pinpoint accuracy were intercepted or sailed out of bounds. It was as if an invisible force was working against her, turning her strengths into weaknesses. The opposing team capitalized on these errors, turning them into fast break points and widening the gap on the scoreboard. The normally unflappable Reese seemed flustered, her body language betraying her mounting frustration. She shook her head after each mistake, her shoulders slumping more with every passing minute. It was a rare sight to see such a composed athlete visibly struggling to maintain her poise. The stat sheet painted a grim picture. Numbers that usually highlighted her dominance now told a story of struggle and missed opportunities. Analysts and commentators were quick to point out the stark contrast from her usual performances. Reese finished the game with a season-low number points, shooting a dismal percentage from the field. Her shooting percentage, often a testament to her efficiency, was now a glaring reminder of her off night. Each missed shot seemed to weigh heavily on her, compounding her frustration. She also committed number turnovers, uncharacteristic for a player known for her ball-handling skills. Each turnover was a dagger to her confidence, and the opposing team took full advantage, converting these mistakes into points. It was a performance to forget, a stark contrast to the dominant displays that had become synonymous with her name. Fans who had come to witness her brilliance were left in disbelief, as the game unfolded in a manner no one had anticipated. The crowd, accustomed to witnessing Reese's brilliance, watched in stunned silence as her struggles mounted. The usual roars of approval were replaced by gasps and murmurs of concern. It was as if the entire arena was collectively holding its breath, hoping for a turnaround that never came. Even her teammates seemed unsure how to react, their usual energy and enthusiasm visibly dampened by Reese's uncharacteristic performance. They tried to rally around her, offering words of encouragement, but the spark that usually ignited their play was missing. The game, once filled with so much promise, was slipping away from Reese and her team. The final buzzer sounded, marking the end of a night that everyone, especially Angel Reese, would want to forget. It was a humbling reminder that even the best athletes have off days, and that resilience is often forged in the fires of adversity. While Angel Reese faltered, Lexie Hull rose to the occasion. With each passing minute, Hull's confidence grew. She attacked the basket with ferocity, finishing through contact and drawing fouls. Her jump shot, honed through countless hours in the gym, was pure, the ball swishing through the net with each attempt. Hull's impact extended beyond the box score. Her relentless hustle and defensive intensity ignited her teammates, injecting much-needed energy into the game. She dove for loose balls, fought for every rebound, and made life difficult for the opposing team's best players. Hull was everywhere, her presence felt on both ends of the court. With the game on the line, it was Hull who delivered. She sank a clutch three-pointer with seconds remaining on the clock, sealing the victory for her team and sending the crowd into a frenzy. Hull finished the game with number points, number rebounds, and number assists, a testament to her all-around brilliance. The contrasting performances of Angel Reese and Lexie Hull highlighted the stark differences in their approaches to the game. Both players, though equally passionate about basketball, brought their unique styles and personalities to the court, making them fascinating to watch for different reasons. Reese, blessed with natural talent and athleticism, had always been the center of attention. Her presence on the court was magnetic, drawing the eyes of fans and opponents alike. She had an innate ability to read the game, making split-second decisions that left spectators in awe. She moved with an effortless grace, her game a dazzling display of skill and finesse. Every dribble, every shot seemed to be executed with a natural ease that made it look almost too easy. Her crossover dribbles and layups were not just plays, they were statements of her dominance and flair. Off the court, she was a media darling, her every move scrutinized and celebrated. Interviews, press conferences, and social media engagements were all part of her daily routine. She handled the spotlight with the same poise she displayed on the court, always ready with a smile or a witty remark. Hull, on the other hand, was a grinder. Her journey was not paved with the same natural gifts, but she made up for it with sheer determination and hard work. Every drill, every practice session was an opportunity for her to improve, to get a little bit better each day. She lacked Reese's natural gifts, but compensated with an unwavering work ethic and a burning desire to prove herself. Hull's dedication to the game was evident in her relentless practice routines. She was often the first to arrive at the gym and the last to leave, always pushing herself to the limit. She spent countless hours in the gym, honing her skills and pushing herself to the limit. Her focus was unwavering, her commitment absolute. Whether it was shooting baskets alone or working on her footwork, Hull's determination was a testament to her love for the game. While Reese embraced the spotlight, Hull preferred to let her game do the talking. She was not one for grand gestures or flashy moves. Instead, she relied on her fundamentals and a blue-collar work ethic to make her mark. Her focus during games was intense, her determination palpable. Their contrasting personalities were reflected in their playing styles. Reese's game was flashy and improvisational, a spectacle of athleticism and creativity. Hull's game, on the other hand, was built on fundamentals and a relentless work ethic, a testament to her dedication and perseverance. Reese's game was flashy and improvisational, while Hull's was built on fundamentals and a blue-collar work ethic. Reese's spin moves and acrobatic shots were crowd pleasers, while Hull's textbook jump shots and defensive plays were the backbone of her team's strategy. On this night, it was Hull's dedication and perseverance that shone through, proving that hard work can often trump even the most prodigious talent. Her celebration was not just for the win, but for the countless hours of effort and sacrifice that had led to this moment. It was a victory for every underdog who had ever dared to dream.